When I was 18, I moved away from my small New Jersey hometown and came to start life new in Georgia. I said goodbye to my friends, my mom, my family, all the places I was familiar with, and I didn't come here with any friends. It was just me. I was excited to be in this beautiful new place, but when I realized I had no one from back home, I suddenly became very lonely. I was surrounded by hundreds of people, but I couldn't relate to any of them. Life in the South was very different than what I was used to in the Northeast. I moved here expecting to be excited and happy, expecting to have a new adventure, but I fell into a confused and lonely depression. I came to Georgia to find out what I was passionate about, to find out what I wanted to study and pursue, but for months I could focus on nothing but my own sadness. And let me tell you, I wallowed in it. As a way of coping, I spent August to March in bed, binge-watching YouTube videos about herbal medicine, holistic healing, and guided meditation. These videos offered me a small bit of comfort, and it comforted me to know that it was possible for me to overcome my depression through nothing but the power of my own mind and body. One sunny day in mid-March, I was feeling unusually well. Maybe it was because of the sunshine, but for some reason that day, I was feeling very empowered. So I decided to drive to Mount Yonah and go on a hike. This had been the first time in a long time that I fully submerged myself in nature, and I was feeling very good. There had been a bad storm a few days before, and as I continued on, I found that trails had been blocked off by fallen trees. The way I saw it, I had two options: turn back or figure my own way up the mountain. So I decided to keep going. I climbed up boulders and through trees, using their branches to hoist me up. I felt strong as I forged my own path, knowing that I was all I needed to make it to the top. I was scared of slipping, but I realized I could not turn around, so I didn't. The hike was supposed to take an hour and a half, but for 4 hours I kept climbing and climbing, and I made it to the summit right before sunset. As I stood there, practicing meditation and enjoying the view, it dawned on me that I didn't feel sad. I began to think about those YouTube videos I love to watch, and my thoughts lingered on the magic that is holistic healing. Suddenly, I heard a voice in my head that wasn't my own. It was soft and low, and it told me, "Pursue what calls to you. Follow that which makes you happy." Some might call that voice God, others might call it intuition, but nonetheless, I found encouragement and solace in those words. As I watched the sun go down, meditating on the soft words I heard in my head, I decided for the first time to stop denying the calling that I had towards holistic healing. Even in a state of total depression, where all I wanted to do was shut down, holistic health was the only thing that I could focus on. That day, things started to turn around for me. I began to feel better, and I began to surround myself with positive people and the beautiful nature that had brought me to Georgia in the first place. Since that day, I've been walking the path of a holistic healer. I look back on that time of my life with a smile. Although it was my lowest time, it made me very grateful. I learned the lesson that you can't know your highs without knowing your lows, and I learned not to ignore what calls to you, but to embrace it with open arms and an open heart.